fandom on the rocks.
Hello, welcome back to a bonus episode, 911 bonus episode of Fandom on the Rocks. I think that's what we're calling these. I'm Emily.
And I'm Allison.
And we are back to discuss whatever the hell is happening in the fandom and on the actual 911 TV show.
So we're coming to you live we're recording after 8:10 Voices.
Yes. A truly wild episode of television.
Truly wild episode of television. Like,
whew.
And the thing about it, and I have to dig through my AO3 for this. I've read this fic, and the fic did it. They did the story part of it a little better.
Yeah. For sure.
I absolutely no besmirching any of the actual actor performances. Jennifer Love Hewitt, as always, is phenomenal.
Scream Queen, baby.
They were great. Everyone was great. The story could have used a little work.
Could it?
Could have used a little work. But you know what? At the end of the day, I give Maddie Buckley a gun is just the answer. That woman deserves a gun. She deserves financial compensation. Give Maddie a gun.
She needs a gun, a vacation, and to be excluded from the narrative.
Oh my god, poor girl. She is the final girl. She is the final queen.
How? I mean, I get it. 8 seasons in, what do you do, right? But also, we're only 8 seasons in. How are we repeating storylines?
Dude,
What?
I have absolutely no idea.
And these aren't 24 episode seasons. They've never been.
No.
So
it's not that they're running out of things to do. These characters are so intertwined. You could have had them all work together. Maddie and Athena were just completely separate from the entire rest of the narrative, only for Chimney to cross in the middle. Like,
yeah,
what is happening?
I don't know. We could have an entire separate podcast of just like, what are they doing?
It's like, okay, sure, guys. Okay, great. Also, I do love watching her scream and attack people. That was fun for me.
Definitely.
Give her a gun. Give Maddie a gun. Give Chimney a gun.
I mean, Athena gets to use hers without impunity.
She does.
Like, she's now fired her weapon yet again. Is she going to be on paid leave while they investigate, or is she just going to keep that?
I do really appreciate, though, that she got a direct headshot.
Oh, yes, she did.
She is very well trained. Sergeant Grant.
She's not fucking around with her. Not fucking around. With Maddie here.
I do have to wonder, was her aim better because it was Maddie?
Yeah, let's say that.
Like, because it was Chimney, it was Maddie. Like, there's a little more like, oh, these are my husbands, guys. Like, these are my husbands. I need to protect these.
I gotta fix this right now.
I gotta fix this correctly right now. I got one shot, one opportunity.
She's not throwing away her shot.
Not throwing away her shot.
Yeah, it has to be. And I guess it's maybe her second, not partner, who's had her a throat slit, but this is not an uncommon occurrence around Athena Grant.
Not an uncommon occurrence around Athena Grant.
So maybe something that should be taken into consideration when working with Athena.
Perhaps.
Is a neck guard from the NHL.
Your plot armor is not as thick as Athena's plot armor. So please be careful.
Be careful out there. The knives are sharp.
It's
the Ides of March.
Oh god.
And you gotta be careful with your neck. I mean, it was a really shocking moment, and it was cool.
It was great.
Like, it looked good. I'm not anti-gore. I'm just anti-repeating plot lines.
Yeah, like, just you're gonna do it. I know that when people write things for Hollywood, the story that the writer writes and the story that is shown on screen, like, the similarities are meek at best.
Mm-hmm.
Oftentimes, because it goes through about 1,000 different rewrites. And then the network has notes, and then the production team has notes, and then, it gets shot, the director changes things, and the editor teams change things, and then it goes through network notes again. So, like, it's very possible that the story that was written was different than the story that was shown.
Yep.
But sweet dudes, please take more time and care with your mental health storylines. Dissociative identity disorder.
Oh my god.
We can have different conversations around that.
Yeah.
Different conversations. We
cannot be jamming dissociative identity disorder into 42 minutes.
Like,
And
especially when
having
they
them be a
didn't
serial killer again.
especially when they didn't, like,
Say the name.
announce the
Yeah.
trigger for it
Yeah.
until, like,
Mhm.
2/3 of the way through the episode. It wasn't a thing that we spent any time on. It was just like, is she talking in 2 different voices? Like, dude.
Yeah.
So, there's different reasons for stuff. Revenge, always a good reason.
Love it.
I love revenge.
Love
Revenge is a
revenge.
is juicy. It's repeatable. It's fantastic. We love revenge.
Yeah.
This was not as good as it could be. Um,
Yes.
but Maddie Buckley, Chimney, like anytime the two of them get to feel feelings loudly, I just yes, 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 always.
And it's okay, so I saw a Reddit thread, I wanna say, or maybe it was a Tumblr post,
Something
typed words on a screen somewhere about why have we deviated so far. Actually, this might have been about Dr. Fuckboat and
awesome.
not about 911. Anyway,
Totally
same
fine.
problem actually. As why have we deviated so far from like silly fun show into everything is intense all the time and there's no break. And like 911 is what happened to the 911 calls?
Yeah, for real. What happened to the 911 calls? I'm reminiscing about, the snake lady.
Snake Lady, baby in a pipe.
Pipe
It's
baby. Hi, Boss
solved and you
Baby.
don't think about it again.
Like,
No one hurts. We find out Buck is a good runner and likes to hold babies. Like a little bit of plot, a little bit of character, kind of fun, and you're done.
yeah, the girl who gets stuck in a hot air balloon, the
Yes,
baby in the crane
hilarious.
machine. Um,
Great.
like, just what happened to our silly calls? Even the calls that were stressful, like all those people who were stuck in that tractor trailer.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
those calls are those calls are scary, but they're calls. They
They're calls.
illuminate
Mhm.
they're the backdrop against which the entire thing happens.
Mhm, exactly. You get some character, you find out the way the characters react to a stressful situation, you get your dialogue, you get interpersonal moments,
Yeah.
you get the call and something about Los Angeles, right?
Yeah.
Like drug running, drug trafficking, human trafficking, the fact that the 118 responds to calls all the way from Pasadena to Brentwood,
The fact that there's
like
only one hospital in Los Angeles that they ever go to. Um,
exactly.
like,
But it's not the Grey's Anatomy problem where cases only happen to the 118 now, like the
yeah,
people.
they only ever happen. And like, especially as we're ramping up into what I have affectionately named Buddy Mania.
Mhm.
Um,
Bamania.
well, no, because this is WrestleMania time.
Oh,
So
yes, 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 got
from
you.
from Royal Rumble to WrestleMania. So like from like mid January to like early April,
Okay,
we're on the road to WrestleMania. So
got it.
we're on the road right now to Buddy Mania.
Great.
So
Oh my god, I just thought about
everything.
them in, like, WrestleMania outfits, though.
Can you see my head cocked to the side as I think about this? Very,
Yes.
very Dr. John Dorian from Scrubs.
Yeah, I'm thinking knee pads, the little shorts, no shirts.
No, 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 no. Um,
No?
Eddie would be a no shirt, long pants
Oh, you're right.
kind of gentleman.
Mm, mhm, mhm.
Buck would be the Randy Orton, Winnie the Pooh problem, which is
Uh-huh.
a hoodie, wrestle undies,
Uh-huh.
and boots.
And
Uh,
boots, you're
yeah,
so right.
Buck is a hoodie and boots kind of guy. Um,
Okay, fan artists of the world.
yes, please take it, take it. I want Buddy Mania. Give me Buddy Mania.
Do either of them go with, like, makeup? Or just, like, sweaty hair?
No, no, they both end up doing the like oily, sweaty hair, which I
Oily, sweaty
hate.
hair, I know, it's gross,
But I understand why they do it because if it's dry, then it just turns into a mountain of frizz.
yeah.
Like you see some of the guys who come out and like don't soak their hair or don't oil their hair enough, and it just turns into this like massive, scary frizz pile.
Yep, yep,
So
yep.
like from a visual perspective, it's like it's better to have your hair wet than it is to have it dry. But that's a different problem. We're
'Cause
not
I'm
going to talk about the fake tanning and the oiling of the abs
ugh,
before everyone goes out. We're not going to talk about that. Um,
'cause they're doing it to each other.
welcome to Buddy Mania. In any case,
Sorry,
uh,
I got visually distracted.
excellent. It's a delicious, delicious combination of a confluence of events that we've found right here. But because we're on the road to Buddy Mania, literally everything that we're watching will be either intentionally or non-intentionally affected by what's going on with Buck and or Eddie. Like every call that Buck goes on, his whole emotional interplay will be affected by what's going on in his life. And I don't even know where we were going with this. We were going someplace cool. I'm sure of it. We got distracted.
Oh, so the only place I was going originally is I was thinking about this Maddie kidnapping extravaganza in 10 and 11, right? 10, 11,
9 and 10.
9 and 10. 9 and 10. And how really should that have been 3 episodes?
Yes. I feel like the fact that she didn't get kidnapped until the very end of 9.
Right. Exactly.
Like, this is not a 2-part episode.
And then I was, no, it's not a 2-part. It's a 3-part episode, especially because this woman is like a hardened serial killer and gets beat. So maybe it needed to be 3 episodes. But do we want to spend that much time on non-silly calls when
I want my silly calls back?
Right, exactly, because earlier in the season we'd already been subjected to how many episodes of the TV show.
Oh gosh.
Right? Like I think we've already
talk about a romp.
Like we've already forgotten that we've dedicated all this time to the fake TV show, which some people kind of liked and some people hated, all tied up into the B-NATO that wasn't really a B-NATO, but was actually about a plane crash.
Yeah.
And it's like, we've where are the calls?
We've already done like a huge plane crash. We've already done like the huge arc with Hot Shots. We've done this huge arc now with Maddie and the serial killer. And now I imagine what we're about to launch into is a huge arc of Eddie moving to Texas.
Yeah.
Because that will affect everything moving forward.
Everything. And there's been a promo with Bobby Nash's apparently not dead mother being a faith healer.
I love this for her.
Great, silly, funny call.
The Bobby Nash lore.
The Bobby Nash lore is insane. I don't know how he was an alcoholic and an Olympic figure skater at the same time.
I love you so much, Bobby Nash.
Like
hero.
But like what if one of those things didn't happen and we got to enjoy the Bobby Nash lore and have fun and not the trauma of Hot Shots and Maddie and Athena is going to have to go to another boat in the crossover with Dr. Fuckboat.
Oh, poor Athena.
Don't send that woman onto another goddamn ship. What are we doing?
No, keep her on dry land.
So it's just like a lot.
Yeah.
And following season 7, which was a very short season.
Yes.
And I just watched it. And 3 episodes were dedicated to a ship sinking and nearly killing a bunch of people.
Yeah.
And there's a helicopter rescue and all this stuff. And you're like, okay, but where are my goofy, silly calls?
Yeah.
Like where I just want some fun stuff.
It used to be a procedural and now it's like a drama. And it's not bad. It's just not the same.
It's not the same.
It's not the same.
And I, good, bad,
whatever.
I don't know yet. But like, if we keep going in this direction, I mean, there was stuff about 911 Lone Star people really didn't like. And that was like a fucking volcano exploding in the middle of the city.
I mean,
like, well, how do you come back for that?
How do you come back from that? Like, for real? I don't know.
But yes. So, if Eddie's going to be in El Paso, does he get to have silly, goofy calls? That would be kind of nice. Is he actually going to work? We don't know. The fandom assumption, the fanon, that he joins a station.
Yes.
I don't know. I will, of course, deep dive into Firefighter Reddit and find out. I don't know how you transfer stations across state lines.
It depends, I imagine, on their like certificate, like the certification you have to
certification.
Have. Like, does his California EMT license transfer to Texas?
Mm-hmm.
And all of that shit. Because we are a spoiler full podcast, alert. The IMDb cast list for episode 12 does have a lot of new strangers.
Yes,
one of whom is titled Captain.
Yep, exactly.
And so we are alluding to the idea that episode 12 will be of Eddie basically in El Paso with a new firehouse.
What if it's an army captain?
God, maybe. That will hurt my heart.
He shows up at like recruitment being like, can I just do some pull-ups to feel something?
This is fine. Let's go. But, I would love to see those silly, this is where we were going, to see those silly, goofy calls immediately interlace back into the narrative.
Yes.
Like, I would love to see they respond to a carnival ride that's stuck,
Mhm. Yeah,
but that there are two kids who from a distance look like Denny and Mara.
sure, yeah.
Um, like, what? Hold on, what?
Mhm.
Or they're responding to a car wreck and like everyone's fine, but people are just stuck and like you look and it's Christopher.
Yes,
And then
exactly.
you look away and then you look back and it's just another kid, but he looks like Christopher.
I want Buck seeing Eddie everywhere.
I want Buck seeing Eddie and Chris everywhere.
Mhm.
Everywhere. Also, this is my personal shout out to the production team. If they're not together yet in whatever you're shooting, I need Buck to go on a date with a person of any gender who is played by Ryan Guzman in a bad wig. I need it. I need it
Like
for my heart health. Thank
like
you.
a 2002 blonde tipped.
Give me the Justin Timberlake, it's gonna be May wig. I
Oh,
need it.
blonde is not good for his skin
No,
tone.
it is not. I need Buck to go on a date with some person of any gender, uh, who is just played by Ryan Guzman in a wig.
Nice. I'll take
I
it.
need it.
I could see him in a dress. He's got the thighs.
You know what? He's got the cheekbones too. Just do the
Does have the
makeup, let it ride.
cheekbones.
I don't, you know, let Buck fuck, let him, dip his
I
toes
don't need him.
in the
It's
entirety
gonna
of Los Angeles. Like, let it ride.
no. Eddie Diaz has already ruined so many women's lives across greater Los Angeles County. Buck cannot be out there crying on people's shoulders after like one drink at a bar. Like, Eddie liked this drink too. Like,
Oh my
stop.
god. Absolutely.
Bartenders are going to see him walking in and being like, get out.
Get out. Get
You
out. I
ruined
cannot.
the vibe of
I, ca-
every restaurant.
I cannot hear about Eddie Diaz anymore. I cannot.
I don't know who Eddie Diaz is. I'm fucking sick of this man. You ruin the vibe. You come in here, the DJ starts playing sad 1990s bangers. Get out.
Every time. Every single time.
The lights come up. We have to shut down. It's only midnight.
But no, I want the silly goofy calls, but I love when they call back and reference other things. Back when
Sure.
the calls illuminated something about what was going on in everyone's regular lives. The old
Yeah.
school 911 or the old school Grey's Anatomy, what Scrubs used to do. It lends a little more roundness
Yeah.
to
For
an
sure.
episode of television. And if this were real life, then like of course you can't control that shit. But this is television. So you should be able to control every aspect of it. And it's just going in a new direction now, which is
You
fine.
literally control everything.
Literally.
Except that whole thing about like, oh, my
Except the weather.
characters got away from me. You're like, well, no, they didn't.
No, they didn't. You just don't know them like the actors do.
You make that sad man go on a walk.
Okay. Well, speaking of sad men, as
Buddy.
much as we love the 118, and we do,
We just love some of them more.
unfortunately, we must now turn to the saddest, wettest, patheticest boy
I love him so much.
in all of Los Angeles.
I feel like I understand him so much.
Which one?
Buck.
Oh, yeah. That bud.
Poor man. I too bond with dogs the second I see them.
Bond with dogs in about 10 seconds. So to catch you up on what has occurred in just 2 episodes alone.
Yes.
The fandom has spent all winter hiatus writing. We left at the end of 8/8 that Eddie was moving to El Paso, and Buck was like, it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna help. And then had his realization moment sitting on the couch at Eddie's house. And then cut to black. So the fandom has spent all winter trying to figure out, how is Buck gonna cope? How is Eddie gonna cope? Spoiler alert, not well.
Not great.
Let's introduce the freak for freak tag that has been birthed from this winter hiatus. So some of those things have come to fruition in canon. So we learn in 8/9 that Eddie is panicking. Eddie has not told Bobby that he's moving.
Weird.
Super weird, thinking that you can just leave Los Angeles in 2 to 3 weeks.
his timelines are fucked.
He's like, don't tell them yet. I want to tell them with 2 weeks to go. And I'm like, Edmundo, no, you needed 2 months to tell them. Stop it.
At least, yeah,
But
okay.
he's doing it this way because he doesn't want anyone to talk him out of it. We understand the
Mhm.
trauma. Okay. So Buck basically outs him to the team.
Wild choice of words.
Wild choice of words. Eddie is panicking about getting a subletter for his house that he's apparently been renting for the last 7 years.
Retconning. I'm going to say it's retconning. That man has been owning this house since he moved. He got a VA mortgage rate.
Yeah.
And this is bullshit.
Correct. Anyway. Yes, but for the plot. So he tried to get a bunch of renters and subletters in. Of course, Buck was there to help in his little pink sweater.
Oh my God, that was such a beautiful sweater. I want it.
It's gorgeous. He's like, house husbanding and cleaning everything and putting flowers everywhere, and trying to bond with all the new potential renters, only to overhear Eddie saying, I'm moving back to Texas to be with my family. There's nothing really that matters here in Los Angeles. And Buck is obviously wounded.
Yeah.
So after adopting a dog and having that dog manifest immediately back to his family.
Yes.
Buck decides that his only form of recourse is to do a big fucking thing like he always does.
Mm-hmm.
And decides to very funnily apply and be approved to take over Eddie's lease. So
yes.
Buck is officially lets go of the loft and is moving into Eddie's house on South Bedford Street, which fandom absolutely called.
100%.
The number of fic that I have seen where Buck moves into Eddie's house is outstanding.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the big fandom question is, will he get to keep the couch? I definitely saw a couch cushions in the moving van. At the end of 8-10, I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Did you see? Okay, I was looking, but I couldn't tell, like, color-wise. Like, there was, like, a red cushiony chair thing.
But I have a very clear vision of I have a very clear vision of like the dark blue cushions on the left-hand side.
Okay, I got to look back at it.
So like I believe that the couch is unfortunately in the moving van, but we will see.
Because I was also looking at the size of it and it says like fits a queen size bed and I was like, there's no bed in there.
No, there's absolutely no bed. Considering, okay, my grandpa would have had an absolute conniption fit. Eddie is not planning on driving from Los Angeles to El Paso with an entire truck bed of unsecured luggage, or like unsecured furniture.
Load. You know how illegal that is?
That is so illegal, Eddie. That's
not
so
a
illegal.
Fucking thing is strapped down or covered with a tarp.
Not a thing. Not
He's
a thing.
He's
just got like his fucking like lawn furniture in that back of that truck, just flying out all over the I-10.
My God. He's gonna Final Destination someone.
He's gonna Final Destination someone. Absolutely.
Edmundo.
Ugh. But
I hope Athena pulls his ass over before he crosses the state line.
Correct. 727L30 responding.
That's how Buck keeps him in the state, as he calls Athena to be like, get his ass.
Get his ass, mama. So that all happened. So then we fly to Buck decides in a very grand gesture way to tell Eddie that it's all happening. But who shows up but the team to take him to dinner, which it seems that they're already like expecting that Buck's already told him like, yeah, you guys were going to dinner, like it's going to be fine.
Yep.
Because it turns out that Buck hasn't told him yet. And so Buck decides to lift this burden off of Eddie's shoulders and says, I'm doing it for you and Christopher, so you don't have to worry. Your Honor, they are a family.
They are a family.
And I'm sure if you're listening to this podcast, you have seen the look that Eddie gives Buck in this moment.
Mm-hmm.
It is very big. It is very big brown cow eyes of Eddie. And the thing that I am reminded of and have to kind of like double check is, yeah, it's a big moment, but it's Hen who has to suggest maybe you guys should hug this out.
Mm-hmm. They're just like standing there awkwardly staring at each other for a while.
And I choose to believe in fandom's interpretation, which is if the team wasn't there, that Eddie, in a moment of just blind adoration, launches forward to kiss Buck. Not
I
even like an I'm
wish.
sexually attracted to you, I'm in love with you, but like an I'm so overwhelmed with my feelings right now.
Mm.
I need to express this joy and gratitude in this moment.
I mean, I don't, and I think this is like an overarching statement, arching statement
Yeah.
about Edmundo in his entirety. I don't think he knows what to do with feelings.
No. He's so good. This man has intellectualized every single therapy session he's ever been in.
Yeah.
I am feeling this way because of X and X and X and Y.
Yeah.
It's like, cool. Have you felt those feelings yet? And
Yeah.
he's
He
like,
doesn't,
absolutely not.
absolutely not. He, you know, their whole arguments in their gay off, their mad gay off in the previous episode, it's Buck expressing an emotion, in not maybe the best way. You know,
No.
you and I wouldn't know anything about that.
No, absolutely not.
and getting in return someone who's not quite getting it.
Yeah.
And the fandom has been going bananas and like taking sides over Buck was wrong, Eddie was wrong, they're both wrong. Like no one's wrong.
No one's
These are
wrong. They're
two
just
people. They're coming at it from different angles. Buck feels like Eddie is not seeing that he is hurt. Because his
Buck,
best friend is leaving.
And Buck will in no way, because we can dissect this entire conversation in bits and pieces, and we might, frankly. We have some time. But Eddie starts to yell at Buck, if you think you're gonna make me choose, but if this was between you and my son, you're gonna lose every time. Mm-hmm. And Buck's like, no.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Because it's not Buck who's upset about the choice that he's made.
Yeah.
He understands why Eddie is making the choice. He's upset that like Eddie isn't acknowledging how hard it is across the board. Because from Buck's perspective, Eddie's doing it and it seems easy.
Yes. Yes,
and
exactly.
That, you know, it's like, so you're just gonna leave us and you're not gonna care. It doesn't matter to you. Which they rectify in 8-10.
Yes.
So then the interesting part about that is that, of course, because fandom is beautiful and wonderful, it's Eddie who puts Buck on that level. It's not between, I'm choosing between my job and my son. I'm not choosing between, you know, my house and my son. I'm choosing between you and my son,
right?
Who I am for the first time actually having to make a decision between. Eddie was the one who raised that level.
Yeah.
And he doesn't really know why.
Right. He doesn't know why. And I think Buck has never once asked Eddie to make a choice, and I don't think he ever would.
No.
It's Eddie who thinks there is a choice between Buck, Los Angeles, and Christopher.
Right.
There isn't.
No.
He's decided there's a choice. He's put a choice on himself.
Yep.
When it's not even a choice. When the answer is, go get your fucking kid and come home.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have been there for this long anyway.
Correct.
Stop being a bad dad. Go get him.
Get him.
Stop making your parents look right. Because right now you're making them look correct.
Yeah. You're making them look correct, and I'm mad about it. Go get your kid. Go get your kid. Go get him.
Go get him. Bring him home. This whole plot line is irritating me. Because you look like a bad dad for letting him stay away this long.
He's not.
He's a minor. Go get him.
Like,
I know there's probably like scheduling issues with the actor.
Yeah. Sure.
I don't care. Write it a different way than making Eddie look like a bad dad.
You wrote both May and Harry off.
Right.
Denny's only in every like 7 episodes. You know how to do this.
You can do it. You don't have to make him look like a shit dad, and you've done it for what reason? Stop it.
For too long. It's been too long. So Eddie's feeling a lot of feelings, but he has once again discovered that his bestie boy forever, Mr. Buck Buckley, would do literally anything for him and his son.
Literally.
Which Eddie takes directly to the heart.
Oh, yeah. Why wouldn't he?
So then we launch into 8-10,
which, okay, not to make comparisons to a dead woman,
but
I've been rewatching, as you know, have suffered through Kim.
Oh,
which is a reminder of Shannon.
Yes.
Right? And he has this whole conversation with Kim about like, oh, she was the love of your life, wasn't she? And he's like, yeah, I guess she was. Like, fuck off. Like, not to denigrate your wife, your dead wife, and the mother of your child, but like, no, she wasn't. I hate to tell you this to your face. You don't have to say this just because you think it might be true. You haven't thought about her once in 5 years. What are you talking about?
Like,
the show
Broski.
does this thing where it relies so heavily on tell, don't show. The
Mhm.
show cannot tell me that Eddie thinks Shannon is the love of his life, having ignored her for 5 years after she died. Just for someone else to be like, "Oh, that was the love of your life." Like, "I guess so." Like, "No, bro. You don't think about her. You fled the country for Afghanistan twice to get out of being a parent and a husband because
Like, I love you, but Broski.
you were 19. You met her in 8th grade. You had a crush. If we go the route where you are in fact a gay man or demisexual or whatever his actual sexuality is, whether or not the show goes there, you found one woman
Yeah, you found one.
and played house because your parents told you to.
Yeah. She was incredibly pretty, and you got ensorcelled by her at the lake. There's a cut scene of him and Christopher talking about when he and Shannon met,
Yeah.
like, when they got, like, back together. You saw a beautiful girl at the lake, and she was really pretty, and you talked to her, and you found her interesting, and all of a sudden,
Mhm.
you got her pregnant, and now here we are.
Yeah. That is
Um,
not the love of your life.
you were 19. It's the hormones.
You were 19. Your prefrontal cortex hadn't formed yet.
You're still made of jello. Jello body. Jello Eddie.
And then she ran away, you ran away. You came to LA for a job, not to find her. Like, no. And the show can't make me believe that.
Yeah.
And frankly, I'm offended that you would try. Anyway, I just got through those episodes, so I'm freshly annoyed by it.
Fair enough. And like there are a number of threads that 911 likes to pick back up. One of the threads I personally would love to pick back up is what the hell happened between Buck and Dr. Wells,
Oh, uh-huh.
the sexual assault from season 1.
Yep.
And another thing that fandom has worked through as a collective over the hiatus is what the fuck was Kim doing in 710?
Yes, yeah, somewhere around. Well, there's a couple
Like,
episodes she's in, but yeah.
well, yeah, but like she together, like in the beginning, she's kind of like weird about it, like trying to flirt with Eddie, but he's like, Eddie is not going after her romantically.
No, not really. No.
He's got a girlfriend, and then he's like, oh, but the specter of my dead wife is here.
Mhm.
And it's not until Buck calls him out on it because Kim comes to the station, that he's like, I gotta come clean.
Mhm.
And he breaks it off with her.
Yeah.
And then she shows up dressed as
Yeah.
Shannon,
Yeah, she
which
does.
would fuck up anybody.
She cuts her hair.
She cuts her hair, she dyes her hair, she like takes all of this information that he has shared and puts it literally into a role play that he is thrown into.
Mhm.
Like that moment and the next like 2 days, within 48 hours, his dead wife basically comes to his door to finish a conversation.
Yeah.
His son walks in on this conversation. His parents show up, don't support him in this at all, and whisk his son away
Mhm.
in like 48 hours. Somebody needs to, Eddie has to walk through this with somebody who wasn't present,
Yeah.
because like that, none of that was okay or
Mm-mm.
necessarily his fault.
Nope.
Like, this man had a lot of things happen to him, and he's blaming himself for all of it, and it's not his fucking fault. And
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I'm so mad about it. But like fandom has really tried to process, what happened with Kim. How much of it did Eddie actually bring on himself? How much was she responsible for what she's done?
Mhm.
And who has to pay the price for that?
I imagine we're never going to hear about her again.
Which is why we did it in fandom over the hiatus.
Yeah.
So correct. But it's just so uncomfortable and so wild.
Yeah,
so
it sucks.
like there's a text post on Tumblr talking about, of so many of us firmly believe that Eddie's coming back to LA.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
of course we do. But if you want to kind of like play it out a little bit, someone said, you know what else Eddie and Chris are leaving behind in LA?
Kim.
Shannon's grave.
Oh, sure. Mhm.
Like, Shannon's still there. Shannon's still in Los Angeles.
Yep, she is.
And it's like, "Oh, okay. Hello."
That's true.
It is true. That's where her mom was. That's where she is. Like, yikes.
Although, honestly, the first you said that, and my brain was like, she's still there until a massive flood wipes out the cemetery and all the bodies go floating out to sea.
Just waiting for the werewolf.
Yeah.
The werewolves who don't want to eat, fresh kills bodies.
Yeah.
And they're just doing the grave digging Teen Wolf
Digging up
thing.
the graves. Yeah. It's like, yeah, that's how they'll get rid of her permanently.
Grave robbers.
Yep.
Athena can go. 727L30 can respond to grave robbers.
Jesus. Don't give them any ideas. God damn.
I would love to see Athena go after some grave robbers. I think that would be fun for her.
It might be fun as long as she doesn't have to like run them down because she's got that bad leg now.
She does. She does.
Poor woman. She's so tired of all of them.
She is. She's so tired. But we have to now move on to 810.
Yeah.
Which is the most recent bit of nonsense we've been subjected to.
Help, I'm still at the restaurant.
It's just wowzers. Okay, so they have been at Eddie's goodbye dinner all night long. The episode basically cuts from like everyone leaving Eddie's house to go to the goodbye dinner to Chimney and Buck coming into Chim's house after the dinner with leftovers. Yep. Buck has also changed coats.
Yes, I love set deck and I love the wardrobe department, but like, did they forget what happened? Why did they?
I'm just saying, someone on some beautiful text poster was like, we didn't actually get a good look at Eddie's coat. They switched at the restaurant because Eddie comes in with Eddie leaves his house with a coat.
Yeah.
Eddie comes into Chimney's house with a coat or with no coat, and Buck has changed coats.
Sure, I'll take it. Like, what is happening? Yeah.
So we come home to the Hahn residence to realize that Maddie is nowhere to be found. Yep. Chimney calls Buck Mr. Megaphone, which tickles me to no end.
Yeah. Don't wake up my fucking kid.
Don't wake up my fucking kid. But even after, after like settling everything, then realizing that Maddie is like gone and it's scary and left her wedding ring behind because she was doing dishes, because she is a nice lady who takes care of her jewelry when she did, unlike me.
Yeah, I'm bad at taking rings off.
I'm so bad at it. But they call in the 118 as reinforcements. So Hen shows up and Eddie shows up. And does Karen show up? I think Karen.
No,
Karen
she's with the kids.
She's with the kids. So Hen and Chim both show up, or Hen and Eddie both show up. And we get some good old 118 antics.
Yep.
With a nice tinge of trauma.
The timeline of this episode is wild.
It is truly wild because like Maddie puts G to bed, goes to do dishes before Chim gets home.
Yep.
Gets kidnapped. Chimney and Buck get home, and then we learn, like, they call Athena by the end of the night, and by the time we get to Buck and Eddie in Eddie's truck, they have been, quote, up all night searching for her.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been a while.
It's like, okay, sure.
Chimney the entire time, like, so most of us could see this coming a mile away. We the second you get a guest star who gets a name, we're
exactly.
Like, oh, you're a bad guy. Hello Tuesday. It's a bad guy.
It's a named guest star. Come on, you guys.
Bad guy. And I'm like, the whole time Chimney's in her office, I'm like, Chimney, hit her with a pipe, hit her with a stick, get her.
Yep.
But he's too good for that.
I know. It's fine.
So Chimney is with Athena and Bobby doing police stuff. Hen is home with Karen, and Buck and Eddie are in the truck searching for Maddie's car.
Yep.
And this is the first that we really get to see Buck spin out in front of Eddie.
Hey, I think he deserved this.
He did deserve this.
I'm glad he got to say his piece.
Yeah, because he was being like the coolest, calmiest, collectivist babe, like the entire Freddie Fakeman saga.
I loved Freddie Fakeman.
Freddie Fakeman was incredible. But he deserved to spin like a top a little bit, and he did. He starts going off in the truck, about, everything was going fine. And then I get dumped. And now my sister's going whatever, like whatever's happening with her. And now you're just fucking moving to Texas like it's nothing, like it won't affect anybody.
Mhm.
Because to him, in his eyes, through his perspective, everything was going great. And then there was a trigger point in his life, and now all of his bricks are falling down.
Mhm.
And the ones that are hurting him, like literally the two most important people in his life, his sister and his bestie,
Yep.
who, like, whatever the hell's going on with Maddie. And now you're just leaving. And it's like, you don't even care.
It's like, because Eddie has not been outwardly showing that it is affecting him.
Nope, not at all.
Which I would also take personally.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you?
For real. I would absolutely take it personally. And I have taken it personally. And Emily, I'm lowering my glasses at you right now.
Which is
lowering
why
my glasses at you.
There's a lot in this episode watching it in a non-romantic sense of going, okay, I get it.
I'm sorry. Are you saying you're not in love with me? I'm sorry. Is that what you're? Wow. Ouch.
I mean, like a little bit all the time, but sure. Like,
but like the way that Buck is so upset is because it feels like it's affecting him more than it's affecting Eddie.
Yes.
And that's why he starts to spin out. And so Eddie's behavior after he says that immediately changes, and Buck clocks it. And he's like, okay, no, hold on. Whoa, I'll take it back. And Eddie, like grinding his teeth and staring at the road.
Yeah.
Confesses in the way that you can only do in the front seat of a fucking car when you're not looking at each other.
I loved it
so much. Is he confirms it because Buck says, you're moving like it's nothing. And Eddie glares and goes, it's not nothing.
I loved it.
Which is like, because of the way it was shot and the way it was acted, it is given to us as a confession. Which is one of the first pieces that we actually get to see of Eddie being like, this is actually going to affect me a lot more than I'm letting on.
And I don't think Eddie knows what that means to himself either.
No.
He says it's not nothing. And I don't know that he totally knows what the nothing is.
Yeah, he knows it's not nothing, but he doesn't know what it is.
Yeah.
It's like, it's going to be hard. But right now, he's just got his eyes on the prize. And he's refusing to see anything else.
Yep.
Like, we all remember how excited he was to go back to his parents' house in season 5 for his dad's retirement party.
Yeah.
How super hype and cool he was about that. I frankly am excited to get back to the Diaz kitchen because I love seeing the Bedford Street kitchen just done up in fun colors.
I know.
I love the Diaz kitchen. It makes me very happy.
I also want brightly colored appliances.
Correct.
I'm jealous.
So, he starts to spin out a little bit. And then, of course, we get my personal favorite little buddy nugget. We find Maddie and everything, she's had her throat slit open, ha 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 ha, and is being kept by a serial killer, ha 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 ha.
And I guess she'll be fine?
She'll be fine. We do learn that Maddie is having a baby boy.
Yes. Which
the fandom, I think, collectively is agreeing it's Daniel Kevin Buckley Hahn.
Great. Super.
Well, it's either Daniel or it's Kevin.
Yep. You're right. Yeah.
We know this to be true. If it was a girl, she'd be named Joy. If it's a boy, it's named either Daniel Kevin or Daniel Kevin.
For sure.
We know this to be true. Like, you don't even if it turns out to be something else, like
yeah.
Wrong. Just wrong.
Wrong.
So congratulations to Maddie and Chim on the baby that survived being kidnapped. Lucky him.
I mean, yeah, actually.
And there's an incredibly wonderful scene between Hen and Chimney in the waiting room of the hospital.
Yes.
And talking about, Chimney is just waiting for Maddie. And of course, because when a member of their family is injured, everybody's in the fucking room. So you've got Hen and Chimney sitting together side by side. You've got on one side of the room, on the other side of the room, you've got Bobby and Athena who are sitting side by side. And then for me, just as a little treat, in the middle, you've got Buck and Eddie sitting across from each other, which it just takes me back to Teen Wolf in that moment where it was Scott and Derek are sitting like across from each other in the hallway of the hospital.
Yeah.
So that you can like lean in and talk to each other.
Yep.
I find sitting across from each other just so I find
It's a choice.
it's a choice, and I love it because you can knock ankles, and it just like makes me so happy. Um,
Also, what is actor choice or like this is my character? But man, Eddie's got a man spread
yeah.
that rivals the subway. The fuck, my dude? Keep them closed.
Beloved Ryan, if you ever get on the New York City subway system, just please don't do it.
Just don't sit down. You better
Just
be
don't sit down.
standing
Just stand
up.
up. Because you will get shit talked by every single person on that train, and I don't want that for you.
My God, man, I don't know how big you think your balls are, but you do not need that space.
My favorite is that Eddie always spreads and Buck always tucks.
He does. The
Every
amount of time he's got like a leg fully crossed.
fully crossed. Just like that man is trying to just like, shrink his little legs into one little leg. That man has been on the subway.
He's been on the subway. Well, he's not to impose anything on Oliver Stark, but he's British. He's ridden the tube. He knows how to keep his fucking legs out of the aisle.
Keep your legs out of the aisle.
His legs are 9 feet long. He knows how to keep them out of the goddamn way. Unlike
keep
Ryan,
them out of the way on the train.
Fucking Texan over here, just taking up all the goddamn room.
Ugh,
oh my God, the two of them cannot be in a bed together. He would never get any space.
Legs everywhere.
Oliver is going to be, Buck is going to be on the fucking edge of the bed. They're going to need a king size.
Oh, baby.
Because fucking Eddie over there is going to be taking up 9/4 of the bed. Like,
just starfished.
Fully starfished. Poor Buck.
Aww.
Just tuck and rolling.
Tuck and roll.
It's good to be short.
Yeah. Well, I just love that. I just love that for them. They're not side by side, but they are together and they don't need to be. And I just love that for us. I know this is a buddy episode, but we do need to talk about Hen and Chimney for a minute because we have to talk about Hen and Chimney because they're the best. They're the best of friends since Sean Spencer and Bert and Guster, since Turk and JD. Like
actual best friends without sexual chemistry?
Correct. Actual best friends without sexual chemistry, because Chim is convinced. He's like, you guys, we're gonna be fine. You've got to go home. You've got kids. You've got your wife. You've got your family. You've got to go. And it's like, you have to get home to your family. And Henrietta looks at him dead in the eye because she's like, the fuck, Chimney, Howard, what are you doing? Who says I'm not? Like, what makes you think I'm not with my family? Hen looks at Chim like dead in the eye and is like, dude, we are family. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Yep.
What makes you think I'm not? And
I
just
because
love them. They're family. They're fucking family. Do not come for me.
I think it's easy to forget too that Hen and Chim have worked together like an extra 10 years.
Yeah. They have both been working together since Gerard the first time.
Yeah. Totes.
They were partners long before like Bobby, long before Buck. They were partners first. They have been best friends. Chimney introduced Hen and Karen.
Yeah.
They have been best friends for a long time. And the fact that Hen needs to spell it out for Chimney, like, I get it. And it's always nice to hear, but it's like, Chimney. Buddy Opal, sir.
Buddy Opal o' mine.
This is your family. Your wife is in there, but your sister's also out here. It's okay. It's okay. I'm weak. I'm weak when it comes to the 118 family. Because the core family, the ones who have and will and would walk into fire and gunfire and blood and floodwaters and just everything, they're right there. Of course, Eddie came over as soon as like Buck called and said, "Hey, Maddie's missing. Chimney needs us."
Yeah.
Of course, Hen's not going home. Chimney needs her. Of course, Bobby and Athena went from the house to the police station and back to the hospital. Of course they did. Of course they did. They're a family, Your Honor.
They're all family, and I did love that. Like, even though Eddie is leaving, they're not just excluding him
right
in this last moment here.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're leaving. It doesn't matter if you come look. Like, okay, well, he's not leaving for a few weeks. He's leaving, but he's family, and we all kind of think he's coming back.
So, this is a complicated relationship. If we're gonna put our fandom tin hats on, it's like, well, okay, It's Eddie and Maddie's missing. So like, yeah, it's Chimney's wife and it's Buck's sister.
So
Huh.
it's
So it's
Buck's husband.
so it's so it's Buck's. So it's
Yeah.
my sister-in-law
Yeah.
and I have to go talk to my brother-in-law. Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Of course I do.
Yeah, of course.
Like, obviously. Like, it just their family, Your Honor. They're all a family, and
Yeah.
I am desperately waiting in my little heart of hearts. So, we all have tags on Tumblr, right?
Mhm.
And I have the Buckley family, the Buckley Diaz family, and the Buckley Hahn family.
Mhm.
And someday I will get the Buckley Diaz Hahn family.
Okay.
Someday. Manifesting.
I don't really know what the regulations at a firehouse are, but they're gonna have to get split up. They they cannot all be working at the same station. Imagine if there really was a crisis.
Oh God.
Like, okay, they can't one fire cannot take out an entire family tree.
Oh gosh.
That's why they can't work. That's
That's why
why
they can't
families
work.
don't work together.
Oh my gosh. Well, it's because at that point, truly, they will have to split it up because Bobby will retire
Yeah.
and Hen will take over
Yes.
as captain. Um, and Buck, due to his
Yeah.
numerous injuries, will take Ravi and go back to training.
Sure. That'd be good
So,
for him.
yeah, I think Buck would be an incredible trainer.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe let Ravi stay on site for a while, bounce back and forth to training when he wants to, but like he'll be good. And then at least for a while, have Eddie and Chimney work as paramedics under Hen.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And then, they can uh if Eddie needs to go, like Eddie I think could captain his own house if he wants to. I don't
Mhm.
think Chim actually would enjoy that.
Right.
But Chim could also very easily go right to training.
Yeah. Mhm. I'm
Um,
into that.
and so it's not like they're not together, because of course they're still together.
They're
But
st
no,
they're still making the Chiefs' life
they're
miserable.
still making the Chiefs' life miserable. Captain Wilson, do you want to tell me why you called in the 133? Because Eddie owed me a favor. God, this again. So why did you send all so you took over for Captain Wilson when she was out on maternity leave? Yeah. So why did you send all of her firefighters back to training? Because my husband says that they needed a recourse.
Yeah.
It's like,
They
God damn it.
they've forgotten how to do the basics.
They've forgotten how to do the basics. So you sent them to he chased me with a chainsaw. Sure did.
Sure did.
Sure enough. Like, golly. But
I would watch that season.
oh my God, I want it so bad. Like,
Like,
not that I want to see Cap retire, but he should at some point.
yeah.
Um, get your pension, live your dreams,
Oh, man.
leave the 118 to Hen,
Yeah.
who can and should absolutely do it.
And rest.
And yeah, rest.
My God, build your fucking house, man, and rest.
You've had a rough life, Bobbykins.
My God, man.
And your mom's apparently coming back as a mega church girly.
I love it. I mean, that's the silly, stupid fun I want to have with this show.
I'm so excited about it. I'm so excited.
Stoked.
But Emily, do you want to talk about the whole U-Haul hug in the rain of it all?
It's so gay.
Our side of the internet is talking about the difference between a U-Haul lesbian and a U-Haul gay.
Well, as neither.
It's just
as a creature who exists in the nether. Listen, we've talked about this ad nauseum. Everything that you see in the final cut is purposeful.
It's so on purpose. Oh my God, it's so on purpose.
The things that are mistakes on TV shows are like a Coke can ends up underneath someone's chair.
The Game of Thrones Starbucks cup, for example.
The Game of Thrones Starbucks cup. I'm trying to think. Like a piece of hair goes back and forth in an
Mhm.
editing process, right? Like, oh, I messed up that someone's hair had been flipped from left to right, left to right, left to right.
Yeah, or
Um,
the continuity of how many shrimps are in a cocktail.
exactly. Framing, and we totally got it right in our last one about where they were framing the hug, because you don't get to see
Mhm.
them on their little tippy toes. You just see it's such a tight close up on shoulders and face.
Such a tight close-up on shoulders and face.
And it also means that we missed that they did do reverse coverage on Eddie, because we
Yeah.
didn't see that in the behind the scenes, and I'm so happy
Yeah.
because you see the difference in their facial expressions.
Oh
You get to
god.
see Buck, like, his eyelashes fluttering and getting his face right up into the shoulder
Mhm.
and squeezing his eyes, and, like, it's not desperate, but it's not desperate.
Mhm.
And Eddie's, like, smile of, like, it's not like this is my best bud, but it's this, like, "Oh, my support system," and, it, to me, it felt like I'm glad I have this person in my life, where Bucks felt like, "What the fuck am I gonna do?" And
He's
I'm glad
being the bravest boy.
he's being the bravest boy, and I'm glad we got to see the juxtaposition of the 2 facial expressions in the same hug,
Yes.
even if you
I
don't get to see, like, the bodies smashing together.
Yeah. I hate Eddie's face in this. Not that it's a bad shot or that he did a bad job. I personally just hate it. Um,
'Cause he's too happy.
he doesn't look happy. He doesn't look sad. He
He doesn't look
looks
anything.
he doesn't look anything.
'Cause he's
I
holding it down.
I imagine that this is the face he gave his parents when they're like, "We'd like you to marry Shannon." And he's like, "I
Mm.
think that this is a good idea."
Mhm, mhm.
Because, like, he is smiling, but that smile doesn't really tell me anything. He's so much happier, like, when he's because like, Buck, like, opens his arms and is like, completely wordlessly, by the way. He's like, "Hug," and Eddie's like, "Yeah, all right."
Yeah.
And that smile is real. Buck tells a bad joke, and when Eddie's walking to the truck, and Eddie turns around and, like, smiles in that, like, dead wife montage,
Yeah. Oh god, that's a beautiful smile, though.
and that's a beautiful smile. Whatever this was not that.
Mhm.
This is like, "Okay, this is fine. This is cool. Oh, okay, here we go. Here, Christopher, it's fine. We're
Mm,
fine."
mhm, mhm.
And then he does this thing, and everyone's talking about the eyebrow. I saw it in his lips.
Mm, mhm.
There's a moment where he kinda clicks,
Yeah.
and his eyebrow kinda, like, twitches a little, and his smile falls.
Yep.
And I don't know what it means,
I don't know
but it
either.
means something, and I'm cautiously optimistic that we will discuss what it means with, the TV show will do the
Right.
thing where it shoots something on purpose and then explains it to us.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, it's a TV show, so they don't shoot things, you don't get a million takes, but, like, they picked that one,
Yeah, they picked that one on purpose.
right? Guzman could have done different things with his face in the different takes, and they
Yeah.
picked this one.
Yeah, they coulda done, like, that big stupid smile. They could have had him, like, digging his little nose right on into the shoulder. They
Yeah.
could have, had him just, like, with his eyes closed. They could have done, they could have done any number of things, but they chose
Yeah.
this one, and it makes me super uncomfortable in a way I can't explain.
Mm. Do you think
Um,
it's like his moment of some sort of recognition of, "Oh, my heart hurts. Oh, my tummy hurts. Oh, my
oh my g
bones ache.
it's very
Oh."
it's very much an, "Oh, my tummy hurts," kind of smile. Yes.
Yeah, like, "Oh,
Like, my tu
everything hurts."
my tummy hurts. Why does my tummy hurt?
Mhm.
And something that of course, we've all been plotting and planning and drawing and writing and gifting, this just like big mutual realization moment.
Mhm.
And some beautiful person on the internet wrote a text post about it, being like, yes, but absolutely not right now.
Mm, mhm.
Absolutely not right now. Because Eddie, canonically, at least out loud, at least what we can prove, believes himself to be straight.
Sure, yeah.
Now whether or not he's feeling feelings about that, whether or not there's somebody in his past from El Paso we're gonna run into, whether or not he talks
Mm,
about it with his sisters, whatever, if anything at all, he could be straight the whole time.
mhm.
It could be, we get whatever fucking face Buck gives us, and then Eddie's just like, "Okay, goodbye."
Right.
That is absolutely still on the table.
Yeah.
Eddie canonically has not yet out loud had to reckon with this.
No,
So
he hasn't.
we're not ready for a confession or a realization. Buck, I
Mhm.
believe, has arrived.
I think so.
I believe because you get Buck kind of like literally trying to like nuzzle his way in to the crook of Eddie's shoulder.
Mhm.
Which by the way is just the best. Like, everyone has their favorite parts on a body parts on a person. Everyone has their favorites.
That's
Um,
yours.
there's ass people, there's leg people, there's like boob people. I am a neck, shoulders, upper arm, shoulder chunk kind of girly.
Well,
Like that whole
Eddie's
that whole shot of like just Buck just like snuggling it. I'm like, that
yeah,
is correct. That is the only appropriate reaction to being that close to a shoulder.
he's in there.
Like anytime Hen lifts something heavy, I'm like, yes, ma'am, thank you.
He's in there.
Like, yeah, he is in there tight. And he
I like
goes,
to think that Oliver Stark was having a good day for that too,
I
because
hope
like
so.
he's such a tall person that it can't be often that he gets to hug somebody at a good height for that,
Yeah, at a good like
right?
snuggling angle.
Yeah, at like even if he's 109% straight, like it must be nice to hug somebody
Big.
equally of like of a good height,
Yeah.
right? Because like otherwise you're always leaning down.
Yeah. And your neck hurts
Uh,
after a while. It's a whole thing.
yeah, like he gets to get all up in there. It must be nice. Maybe he's a shoulder person. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe we have that in common.
Yeah.
But again, we start talking about the everything that's done in TV show, everything in the final edit is done on purpose. So
Yes.
we get two shots of Buck. And the
Mhm.
first, he starts super big and super smiley, and then he leans into the shoulder and it turns soft.
Mhm.
And he just kind of collapses into it and kind
Sure
of presses his
does.
nose down into it, and it's just like, okay, all right, here we go. And then it cuts to Eddie doing the thing that makes my tummy hurt, whatever the hell his face is doing.
Mhm.
And then we get back to Buck, who looks more tense. He is buried all the way in.
Mhm.
At that point, he's got his face is like smushed between neck and like shoulder meat,
Mhm.
and his nose is flat against it, which means his lips are also flat against it.
Mhm.
His entire like lower half of his face is completely smushed on in there.
Yeah.
And there is a frame. There's like a frame or two, and we've been giving this for like 3 days now. So I know how many frames there are. I'm really, really sorry. I shouldn't know that. I shouldn't know that information.
No,
Um,
we should know that information, if nothing else. I'm just staring at them now, I'm just looking at them.
they're so pretty. Um, but there is a shot, there's a frame or two in there that I have moved into. I that's where I live now. I live at whatever that address is, where I believe Buck knows. He's like,
Mm,
my tummy hurts in a recognizable way. My
mhm,
tummy has hurt like this before.
yeah.
I know what this feeling is.
He's
Because
he's been at the restaurant.
he's been at the restaurant. I
Yeah.
I'm just I'm flummoxed. I'm flabbergasted.
And
Um,
what other purpose
what other purpose does this serve? What other purpose does this serve?
if not
What
romantic canon?
if not romantic fucking canon? Like, you look at
Not
this.
to be those assholes on Maine, but what other purpose?
What other purpose? Hey, this is our main. We could be as whatever as we want to. But
Yeah,
like,
but I'm gonna take it to the streets. I'm not gonna take it to the streets. We
you're
don't
not
take
going
it
to
to
take
the
it to the streets.
streets.
Absolutely not. We
I'm
do
gonna
not take
take
it to
it
the
to
streets.
the main page of my own blog.
Do not ever tag actors or producers. Don't take it to the streets. Stop it.
And if you see them in person, shut the fuck up.
Shut up. Shut up. Just stop talking.
Shut up.
But like, I have to believe in this moment that Buck is experiencing a recognizable tummy ache of love.
Yeah. Oh
Um,
yeah.
because he is all about the grand gestures. Buck Buckley is a grand gestures type of guy. From the phone sex to the hot air balloon, uh big bouquet of flowers, to
Mhm.
taking a bus to Oklahoma, to 6 months moving in, to taking up your friend's lease. He is a big gestures, show not tell kind of guy.
Well, he also drove around with Abby to find her mom after knowing her in person for like how long?
Yeah, after not that long.
Speaking of repeating storylines.
So, like, this is for Buck, the grandest gesture he can do
Mhm.
is to let Eddie go.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
in this moment, without having to stare him in the face, that front seat testimonial problem, he confesses to himself
Yeah. He does.
because I've given that hug. And I'm certain that it didn't read that way. But if you had looked at my face, it would have read like this.
Poor Buck.
I've given this hug. And it's so on purpose.
Gonna have to get this man some Pepto-Bismol.
My God, his tummy must hurt so bad.
He's gonna have some indigestion for a while.
The tummy ache of love.
He's hurting.
Oh, poor
But
babe.
but, you know, I mean, I'm just staring at gifs of his face and just being like, also, I don't know that it means anything, but he is not wearing a watch in this scene, and he always wears a watch.
It's okay because Eddie is wearing a watch that costs, apparently, according to the detectives, 820 pounds in a color called fire hose blue.
Gay. So I don't know where you sit on the cost of an object in the real world versus the cost of an object when it's transplanted into the story. Because, like,
0% because Evan Buckley, you're gonna have to ignore my credit score, would not have purchased a $500 cardigan.
exactly. And like, you cannot take the cost of his wardrobe into account.
No,
because,
absolutely not.
And also, like, nobody repeats an outfit in
No.
TV. And these people would be wearing the same shit all day because all they ever wear are their work clothes and sweatpants in real life. He's not, I want him to rewear his clothes because I like a lot of them and he never does. I want to see that pink sweater daily. He's got other clothes that I want to see all the time and then he never rewears them.
I miss his like burnt orange mustard yellow
Yes!
phase.
Oh my God, yes.
It's a good one.
Because I can't wear that color. I want him to wear it.
I want him to wear it. He can pull it off. He's really good.
But yeah, I saw that guy's watch and I was like, that looks like a new watch, Edmundo. Like, you're moving. What are you doing?
It is a new watch in fire hose blue.
I mean, I get it, man. I would also take a piece of that man with me.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
Again, we have to hold color meta Anna close to our hearts.
With the blue?
Because Buck is blue.
Buck is blue.
Buck is blue. And of all 5 colorways, including red, and you know, the army green color that Eddie wears all the time as a shield, and the yellow that's gonna, you know, that comes to represent him, they have chosen Buck blue.
I got Buck blue. Blah 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 blue.
Blue blue blue.
Blue blue.
Yeah.
But he's not wearing, Buck always wears a watch and he's not wearing one, which they have stopped. I don't know that they ever attempted to cover up his wrist tattoo, but they used the watch to cover up the wrist tattoo, which means it's not covered up in the scene. So I guess it's now a canonical Buck tattoo.
They didn't cover up some of his tattoos that were under the jean jacket in 8-9.
I know. That you could see it on his arm.
It's cool, guys. He's just got magical tattoos. It's totally fine.
In season 7, one of his shoulder tattoos is out because he has shorter than usual sleeves.
Yeah.
And so usually his shirt sleeve comes down to like just below like a delt, but his sleeves are shorter, so it'll just peek out as his shirt sleeves right up. And you're like, guys, that's the kind of continuity where you're like, okay,
that's a goof.
That's a goof, or someone got lazy. That's not choosing to edit this scene of a man shoving his face so hard into his bro's shoulder that he breaks his nose.
It's
like,
true.
That's on purpose. And then it's also on purpose for them to like pull apart. You get the Eddie dead wife montage shot,
which is wild.
You have Buck's nervous ass hands.
Both Buck and Eddie, they're standing there. They have never been so nervous. Remember for me at least, the times that they are nervous and they hug anyway, or that they come in that close physical proximity. We'll go back to post tsunami, like you're leaving Christopher with me. And Buck should be nervous there. And he's not. Neither is Eddie. Thinking about when in season 7, when Buck comes out in that conversation in 7-5. And Buck is like anxious to tell Eddie, and Eddie is like kind of frazzled by the news. But there's no hand wringing, there's no arm twisting, there's no nothing. There's none of that hesitance to like hug or make physical contact. None. We haven't seen Eddie this like hand twisty since he told Buck he was moving to El Paso.
Yeah.
Since Buck found out, not that he was told, that he discovered.
He was this hand twisty maybe like when Chris locked himself in his room after the Kim thing.
Yeah.
He was like jittery.
Yeah, they're both so anxious. They are both so awkward.
Mhm.
It is a shift.
Yeah.
This is an on purpose shift in dynamics.
Oh, yeah. They
For fucking
can't.
sure.
Yeah, I'm just staring at a gift set of their hands and like he doesn't know what to do with the cookies.
No.
They're both just like holding they're
holding
ridiculous.
on to literally anything but each other.
Yeah.
It is so clear. And then you get the Eddie dead wife montage.
The look back over his shoulder is insane.
It is an insane shot.
Like, I'm glad he's so pretty and the canines are out.
Oh god,
and
the canines. Yes. I got the lip scar and the canines.
Lip scar and canines.
Ryan Guzman, the man that you are.
Like, I don't know what it's like to be that pretty in person.
I have no idea.
Good for fucking him. How nice that must be.
God.
Like, to just casually look over your shoulder and look like a statue. Like, okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
With your rattan furniture just leaning out of the fucking truck and it's gonna blow into someone's windshield. Okay.
Final Destination, Eddie Diaz.
Jesus. Like, I guess when you're that's pretty privilege, right? Like,
yeah.
He's just gonna drive 800 miles with an unsecured load. Okay.
Totally fine.
Buckley, you can secure my load. Okay.
Oh.
But yeah, like that shot is if they don't reuse this in a montage, I will be so angry.
I'm just gonna be confused. I'm gonna be confused. I'm gonna be
Why do you film this like this?
Why do you if not Buddy Cannon, why Buddy Cannon shaped?
The look in the rear view with the like, why are you doing this?
Because
Hen and Karen don't get shots like this and they're fucking married.
Neither do Bobby and Athena.
No.
Neither do Maddie and Chimney, frankly.
Nobody.
These are some of the most romantic shots.
Yes.
The longing.
The yearning.
Because fandom is beautiful, there have been a lot of deep investigations into the parallels, not between like Taylor or Tommy or Allie, but between Eddie and Abby.
Oh God, yeah.
And
shot for shot remake.
Shot for shot.
And it's purposeful.
A shot for shot remake of the most transformative relationship of Buck's life. And the thing that currently, that probably for the next day or two until we get new stuff, that fandom is attached to, is the fact that Abby never looks back and Eddie looks back 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of Orpheus and Eurydice talk right now.
Mm-hmm.
About like to look back is to be loved.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just wild. They have my favorite thing to come out of all of this, other than of course just the stupid amount of beautiful longing and that shot of Buck snuggled into the shoulder that I live at now. I'm moving my shitty rattan furniture in. Is that rumors are rumbling that the general audience is starting to pick up on the vibes.
Aren't they slow?
That it is now so heavy-handed and so coded that the general audience 18 to 49 demo is starting to pick up the pieces.
Oops.
And that just settles a little piece in my heart real quick.
Yeah.
So speaking of the general audience, we do have to talk about what's coming next. So like, that's the thing, is like right now, Eddie is still considering himself, at least we think so, mostly straight. And Buck isn't entirely over Tommy. It always takes a little longer for the dumpee than the dumper.
Mm-hmm.
And he's had some things to replace his like thought processes with, but whatever. My personal favorite is that they're like, yeah, he mentions Tommy to remind the general audience that like this man likes men, because they haven't said the word bisexual in many, many episodes.
Or like at all.
Like at all, not at all.
Yeah.
And so there are rumors of Tommy maybe being back for 814.
Is that the episode where it looks like every response unit in Los Angeles is there? There's like a biohazard unit and the cops
at USC.
And yeah, okay.
Yeah, at USC. Go Trojans, fight on. So, you know, if the two of them still have these big things to kind of deal with. And I hope in my little heart that if Tommy comes back on my screen, that he admits with his full ass chest that he was into Eddie first and he downgraded to Buck.
Please. Please.
Because he absolutely did, and I need it confirmed.
Please, God.
He absolutely did. You do not take a bestie broski on a government dime.
How was that legal?
It wasn't. It was not legal. It was not legal.
Stole a helicopter
to take a guy on a date. Yes, he sure did.
What?
He sure fucking did.
There was no flight plan. They just hopped in a helicopter and were like, bite. What if they needed that?
You know what? It would work for me.
My God.
It's not so much the I flew you to Vegas, but it's I stole government property to fly you to Vegas.
Like, okay.
But
Man.
like that, I think is something that they can really bond over now that they've like actually broken up. It's like, yeah, well, I was into Eddie first, and he just like it wasn't clicking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But you're also wonderful, so like I thought, why not? But it's clear that like you're also not super available, and Buck's gonna go, well, what do you mean by that? And so if, they want to bring Tommy back to have that conversation, I think that would be a cool and nice and lovely thing to do. But yeah, I absolutely need confirmation that Tommy was heading on Eddie first.
Yes,
I need it.
Absolutely. Because that is the only thing that makes sense when you go back and rewatch those scenes, which I just did.
Correct.
And all the concept that Buck was trying to get Tommy's attention is stupid.
It's wrong.
When you rewatch those scenes, it makes no sense. Buck is jealous that Eddie has a new friend.
Yes, that's correct.
Sorry to everybody else out there. You can have your ship and eat it too. That's fine. But no, like, he's jealous that Eddie has a new friend, that Eddie is the look on his face when Eddie has his stupid ass line of like, sometimes you just click with someone, you know what it's like. And Buck's like, yeah, I do. Yeah, that's you. It's you. Yeah. You and I click.
Yeah.
Not you and Fuck Nugget over here.
You and whoever. You and your new friend.
And me. Not you and whatever the fandom calls him. It's you and me. Don't fuck around with somebody else.
Yeah, like it's truly wild. But
you can't say he's thinking about Tommy when it's just the two of them in the firehouse and he's trying to get Eddie's attention by working out.
Literally.
That cannot have anything to do with a third party.
Cannot. I just don't understand it. But I do, if he comes back, I am thrilled to have them have a conversation about his behaviors. Like, I would love very, very much for Buck and Tommy to actually have that conversation about like, you really weren't after my attention. Mm-hmm. Like, you know that, right? Mm-hmm. To kind of hear it from the horse's mouth, to like to have him like lay it out for Buck in a way he may be able to hear. I think that would be neat.
We were both going for second best.
We were both going for second best.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think frankly that would be an interesting conversation to have.
I think it would be too.
I think it would be interesting.
I agree. Yeah, I think the overarching thing here is how the kids say, if not Buddy Cannon shaped.
If not Buddy Cannon, why Buddy Cannon shaped?
Yeah, exactly. Like, what are we doing here?
It's for real at this point. If they decide to
It's not nothing.
It's not nothing. It's not nothing.
It's not nothing.
If at this point they decide to just drop it like it's even, and I don't want this to occur, but the Ryan Murphy cinematic universe doesn't like me. So, I'm trying to prepare myself for this. Even if it drags into season 9, even if at the end of season 8, we have a one-sided, probably Buck, saying like, shit, it's Eddie. Mm-hmm. Okay, here we go. And even if they drag it into season 9 before we actually get any kind of resolution to it, if they don't finish the story like where it's going, at this point, I'm just going to think that they like just haven't watched the show. That they're just bad writers who are just bad at their jobs. And I choose to believe that that's not true. I choose to believe that they are good writers who are good at their jobs.
I mean, I hope so. I do think, I often think TV writers don't pay the same kind of attention we do.
No, I don't think they do. Especially because TV writers rotate so often.
They do. I don't think they should though, because like, no. God damn it.
They really shouldn't.
You need people who care.
You need people who care. But like for realsies, if if they don't end up going canon by the end of the storyline that we're on, I'm not even going to be angry. I'm just going to be confused.
Yes, for sure.
Like, I've already been sent to super hell. Like, okay, here we go.
It's hot down here, baby.
But the textual evidence is there. That's one of the big things about fandom, is that, like, to a certain extent, we, suspend our disbelief. And yes, Eddie can be a werewolf, and Buck can be a vampire, and we'll get the brujeria in, we'll get dead Bobby as a ghost, we'll get coma dreams, we'll get all of that stuff. Like, that's okay, that's totally fine. But after a while, if you're going to start making meta, if you're going to start thinking long term, you do have to provide some textual evidence. Yeah. Just like in school, you have to, if you're going to make a point, you have to support it with evidence from the text, not the vibes, evidence from the text. And right now, there is a lot of evidence from the text.
Especially if the general population, the general audience is like, hey, are they a little gay?
Hold on, is Buck having feelings right now?
Is this the queering?
Like,
because they're not like us. The general pop is not like us.
No, it's not like us. Not like us.
So when the vibes are vibing for people who like watch half of the episodes, even my mom was like, are they a couple? And like, she misses everything in TV shows. Like, and even she was like, are they a couple? I was like, I can't answer this in a way that makes sense.
I'm sorry, that's a level 5 friendship question. We're not there yet.
Literally. I was like, you're my mother. And it was not quite the same level of her asking me why we talk about Teen Wolf. I was like, I can't answer this in a way that will make sense to you. And I was like, they're not a couple, but they might be.
But they
someday.
Be.
They might be.
They might be.
But even she looked at those two, and it was when they were fighting about Buck. I don't think he was sabotaging the showings, the rental showings. No. I think he was accidentally being Buck.
He was,
and
he was
finding all of the quirk.
He was finding honest.
Well, he was being honest, and he was finding all of the things that he loves about the neighborhood and the house.
Yeah, he thinks it's fun.
Like the squishy floor. Like, I mean, I'm going to put this into a fic, but like all of the things that he finds fun and adorable and homey about the neighborhood and the house, other people don't like. Yeah. Like, he comes home to this house after a long shift, and he's with Eddie and Christopher, and a plane flies overhead. He knows he's home.
Yeah, he knows he's home.
But that's not great for someone who's just moving in.
Yeah.
Who wants peace and quiet.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I liked it. Anyway, so... Yes. And Gen Pop is picking up what they're putting down, and if they're not putting it down on purpose,
then
step it up, because you're still doing it.
Because you're still doing it, and you've now done it 2 episodes in a row.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And then, of course, to end the episode, which again, on purpose, which you did not have to do, I think it would have also been an incredible ending, like cut to black about Chimney and Maddie, like, it's a boy. And then the two of them like being sweet in the hospital, and then just cut to black.
Yeah. Yes.
Like,
yes.
Also a great episode ending. But no, we ended the episode on the U-Haul move. Because you get Eddie looking back 3 whole times, gets in the truck, drives away, and then we zoom in on Buck as his face falls.
As his little heart breaks.
And he's just standing in the street.
Yeah.
Like, it is such a specific choice.
It is.
It's such a specific choice.
They could have held longer. I'm sure they just ran out of time with commercials, but
it should have been. I would have much rather had gotten other stuff and then started 8-11 with this, given it another 40 or 50 seconds, and then a black card like 3 weeks later or whatever.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I agree. But with what they had was still juicy enough to be like, oh yeah, his heart is fucking broken on the sidewalk.
His tummy hurts, and he knows why.
He's gonna have to run to the bathroom.
Oh, poor guy.
His tummy is not happy.
And
these are things we can leave out of fic, you guys.
Yeah, it's okay.
This is not the realism we're looking for.
No, it is not the realism we're looking for. Unless it's Chimney coming up to Buck and making fun of him. Aw, Buckaroo, does your tummy hurt?
Does your tummy hurt? Okay, you know what? Note to self. I'm gonna include it.
God, please do. Please do. So excited to read it.
Everyone just handing him, Pepto and the heartburn stuff.
Pepsid?
Pepsid or
Yeah.
Mylanta or whatever.
Mylanta. Yeah.
Yeah.
Aw, Buckaroo.
Poor bud. Yeah, we are left with, canonically, him living in Eddie's house. We'll have to see what furniture was left behind so that we can all write canon appropriate fic, couch or bed, so that we know where he is going to be masturbating.
You're not wrong.
I'm not wrong.
You're not wrong.
I've written a paragraph for the Phantom Trumps hate fic, and I need to know if I have to go back and edit it.
I'm so excited to read it. I can't wait.
I need to know what is appropriate. Is it his bed? Is it not? What happens to his bed in the loft? I would kind of like a scene of him clearing out the loft so we can wave a one-fingered salute at it. Listen, kids, I know you 20-year-olds are like, open concept.
Wrong.
It's bad.
It's
bad.
Wrong. Don't do it.
You will come to love a closed door when you get older. I promise you.
I love a closed door.
But it's light and airy, and sound travels, smells travel, everything travels. It's never dark enough. Just stop it.
Close doors.
Close your fucking doors. I swear to God. Build walls, close doors. Anyway, yeah, so I would like to see that. But yeah, we are actually left in 2025 in season 8 with, I think, the brink, the precipice, the beginnings of, and it could also never happen because it's a fucking Ryan Murphy Network show.
That's the thing, is that it's a fucking Ryan Murphy Network show, and who knows? Who cares?
Like I know it's run by Tim Minear. We've read some interviews with him where it does sound like sometimes he writes high on painkillers after a surgery in 3 days, and I think that's a terrible way to run your show. Yeah, I don't trust a white man to run a TV show. So
in the meantime, we run to the soft bosom of fandom.
Yes, we do. Yeah, we do. Tim Minear, if you want to come talk to us, our DMs are open.
Our DMs are wide open. I am not hard to find on this side of the internet.
We are not hard to find.
So please come talk to us. I am definitely more freak for freak. I think Emily's a little more joy for joy.
Yeah.
But we're definitely here.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. Buddy Cannon or bust. Buddy Cannon 2K25. We are on the road to Buddy Mania. I would like it for it to happen before season 9 so that we're not dragging our toes. Yeah.
I'm not interested in that.
No.
Go get your kid, come back, and then let's do this like
because
adults.
I do need an entire week where we're making nothing but they were roommates.
Yes.
Content.
Mm-hmm.
I need it.
Yeah. I want them like juggling whose furniture is going to stay.
Yeah.
Because Buck has already done that.
How many couches is too many couches?
He doesn't have a couch.
Well, at this point, if Eddie took the couch with him, okay, we're going to go on a little story walk. Eddie takes the couch to El Paso.
Mm-hmm.
And so Buck is left with a bed, either his or Eddie's or whatever. And the kitchen table's probably still there and whatever, but no couch. Yet again. And so he has to every week get a new couch. Like Ravi is emptying out an apartment. He's like, oh God, they left me their couch. And it's like, yeah, I'll fucking take it. And then it turns out that there's like a giant spring that like pops out of it. So he has to throw it away and get a new one. And then, somebody calls and it's like, hey, like the neighbor is like, hey, I've got this old couch. Do you want it? It's like, sure, whatever. And so like every week he's just rotating couches until Eddie comes home and brings the couch back. Hi, I would like someone else to write a 5+1 about the 5 times that Buck got a new couch and the one time Eddie brought the old one back.
All right, give me some time. Hold on.
Hold on.
It's like we don't have enough to do.
For real. Ugh, I already wrote 3,500 words today. I'm done.
We should see sunlight at some point today.
But thank you for coming along this journey with us. I'm sure we'll be back in 2 weeks because we can't stop talking. But,
Well, if they stop being gay.
Or at least into each other. Labels are fluid.
Yeah, labels are fluid. Edmundo is absolutely demisexual. That man needs emotional connection to get it up.
He does. I absolutely believe it.
I'm going to die on that hill.
I don't think I'm gonna die on that hill, but I will gladly supply you weaponry to kill on that hill.
Great,
Um,
perfect.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm waiting. Honestly, at this point, I'm kind of waiting for Ryan. Um, Ryan
Mm.
knows Eddie.
Hmm.
Um, and
I worry about Ryan's own Catholic guilt.
you know what? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just I there are a lot of different ways that this can go.
There are.
And if it turns out that Eddie is into Buck, as we are all hoping that Eddie is into Buck, um, I really want to wait to hear what Ryan has to say about it.
Yeah, totally. And, you know, like the actors don't get to make decisions,
Right. Of course not.
which the fandom should remember when they're talking about Ryan this and Oliver that. Like they're not choosing the direction of their characters. So
Literally
whatever
anything.
does happen is not their fault or
Nothing.
their
Responsibility.
responsibility. Yeah.
No,
So
it's not. Leave them alone.
yeah, whatever does happen with the characters is not because they said one thing or the other.
No.
Like you get to have input after a certain time frame of like, oh, wouldn't it be interesting if, but it, if you're running a show where your actors are telling you what to do, something has gone wrong.
Right.
So yeah, don't put the onus of a character arc on the actor.
Absolutely not. It is neither their fault nor their responsibility. It has literally nothing to do with them.
And at this point, they aren't even executive producers. It's
Yep.
only Peter Krause and
Angela Bassett.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Speaking of professional yappers,
Keep it off the streets.
get off the streets. We will come after you.
Grrr.
Do you remember fandom street teams?
Yes.
We could be like reverse street teams where we go sweep the streets, like get off.
Just like my little newspaper rolled up, like
Yeah,
whack.
exactly. Reverse street teams where we just go around sweeping up, like get out of here.
Stop it. Stop it.
Stop it.
Stop it.
I heard you yapping. Get out.
Get out. Stop adding them for things. Stop it.
Yes. Oh my. I wish you could go around and like de-tag things.
Oh my god, yes.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Shut the fuck up. I want to see more pictures from Oliver Stark. I don't want to see less. You shut the fuck up.
Stop being weird. I mean, be weird in your own space, but don't tag them in stuff. Don't accuse them of things. Don't threaten actors. Are you kidding me?
And like leave interviewers alone too.
Leave them alone.
Don't go. Just stop. Go to don't go to Twitter because it's run by Nazis. Go to Discords and Tumblr communities, whatever the fuck those are, and Tumblr
and make a text
Dream
post.
Journal. Make a text post.
Make a vague text post. Your people will find you. Leave them alone, for the love of God.
Oh my God. Go to Facebook if you have to. I don't care, but like turn LinkedIn to a swamp. I don't care. Stay off the tag. Leave them alone.
Leave them alone.
Beg you.
Please.
Ugh.
Do you want to be bothered at work? No, neither do they.
No,
leave them alone.
You don't want to be bothered? You imagine?
God, I
hate getting a real email, let alone like getting pinged.
Absolutely not. So, all that being said,
Buddy Canada 2025.
Buddy Canada 2025.
Please give me something. I'm still sad about Destiel.
I'm still sad about Teen Wolf. I'm still sad about
Teen Wolf.
Derek.
I've died twice.
Derek got burned alive and sent to super hell.
I've been hurt like this twice.
I'm so upset.
And probably other times if I really think about it. But these two.
This is rough. Truly rough.
Stop doing this to me. Me personally, obviously. Okay, well, we should wrap it up. I mean, we could dissect frame by frame, but we're not going to do that because that's what givers are for.
That's what I'm doing on the internet.
Yeah. So you should go, people listening should go check out the buddy tags on Instagram, on Tumblr, and go show some loves to the GIF people who have been doing some incredible work, making us all very sad.
Truly.
Because the GIFs are looking phenomenal.
Truly. I am part of a community of incredibly talented makers. It's wild.
Indeed. It's a little disturbing, actually, how quickly some of those go up. And you're like,
True
Jesus.
True facts. True facts.
But if you just want to stare at micro frames of the hug for an hour, join us. Because fucking delightful.
We'll be right there with you.
And then we'll catch you on the next, not mini, but bonus episode of the 911 miniseries, because these boys are going to keep doing what they do, and surely it's going to continue to hurt. And then we'll catch you next time on the wee woo.
Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo.